Hello, my name is Hannah Tofty, and I'm the state coordinator of the National History Day program in Washington State. Welcome to the 38th annual Washington History Day State Contest Awards ceremony. Thousands of Washington students from across the state participated in History Day this year, and over 600 of you qualified for the state contest. I am so impressed with what you have achieved this year. While competitions do have winners and there are prizes, I hope that both now and in the years to come, you will all recognize the skills you have gained and the accomplishments you have made as part of the History Day program. Let's have a round of applause for all of the 2020 state contest students. One thing I wish I had understood when I was a History Day student was how many people it takes to make History Day happen. How many people value the time, energy, and spirit that you put into your History Day projects. We needed over 150 volunteers to support this year's state contest, and we had them. Thank you to those gracious volunteers. I'd like to thank the National History Day organization for making this program available to us here in Washington State, and the Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction for administering the program. We are particularly grateful to our partners at the Washington State Historical Society for all their support. Hosting the History Day Office Hours program and serving as contest judges are just some of the ways the Historical Society has supported us this year. The 2019-2020 Washington History Day program received financial support from the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America in the state of Washington, Mr. David and Mrs. Barbara Bell, Mr. Steve Faust, Mr. Randy Schnabel, Mrs. Catherine Merrifield, and Mrs. Bonnie B. Robbins. We offer our sincere thanks to all of these donors. I would also like to take a moment to thank the Washington History Day Advisory Committee and its chair, Randy Schnabel, as well as the Washington History Day regional coordinators for our 8 regional contests. These local volunteers truly pulled out all the stops this year to make the regional contests happen, whether in person or virtual. Thank you to regional coordinators Tom O'Loughlin, Joshua Steiger, Megan Garbett-Steiger, Irene Suhu, Michelle Annett, John Zingali, Jim Sawatsky, John Bookinger, Randy Schnabel, Alan Plummer, Jill Berge, Nicole Kessler, Matt Norling, and Dr. Jackie Headland-Tyler. None of us would have gotten to where we are today without the tireless work of teachers. Thank you to the History Day teachers who brought this program into your classrooms and guided these students through their historical research journeys. There are 2 History Day teachers we would like to honor this year as Washington History Day Teachers of the Year and as Washington State's nominees for the National McGregor Teacher Award. Our Junior Division Teacher of the Year is Nicole Kessler from Evergreen Middle School, and our Senior Division Teacher of the Year is David Blacketer from the Delta High School. Congratulations, and we are so proud to have you represent Washington State. In addition to our contest category awards, we offer some special awards at the state contest. The individuals and organizations that sponsor these awards know that what you accomplish as part of this program is remarkable, and they want to recognize your hard work. If your entry wins one of these special awards, you will be contacted by email to arrange for you to receive your prize. We have several awards in naval, maritime, and military history. We'll start with our newest award. The Naval Order of the United States Naval History Award, sponsored by the Naval Order of the United States Pacific Northwest Commandery. This award acknowledges an outstanding entry on naval history with a prize of $100. This year's winner from West Valley Junior High, Desiree Quenzer. Alan Turing, Breaking the Barrier of Enigma, teacher Bradley Liebrecht. The National Maritime Historical Society Awards, Junior Division, are sponsored by the National Maritime Historical Society. These awards acknowledge 2 outstanding Junior Division entries in maritime history with prizes of $100 for first place and $50 for second place, with both winners receiving a 1-year membership to See History magazine. In first place, from Homelink, Breland McLean, Celeste Packard, Cody Tu, and Lana Roy, Flat Earth Fear, teacher April Jean Thome. And in second place, from Morgan Middle School, Emily Ryder, The Fight to Serve, teacher Susie Gestalter. In the senior division, in first place, from Bothell High School, Samarth Venkatesh and Alex Dimov, Breaking Barriers, Constructing Commerce, teacher Dory Whooper. The Lyle L. Nelson Research Awards, sponsored by the Puget Sound Naval Museum. These awards acknowledge 2 outstanding entries in naval, maritime, or military history with prizes of $150. In the junior division, From Leota Middle School, Cooper Bricks, The Battle of Yorktown, Breaking the British Empire's Invincibility, teacher Kathleen Hartman. And in the senior division, from Bothell High School, Samarth Venkatesh and Alex Dimov, Breaking Barriers, Constructing Commerce, teacher Dory Whooper. Congratulations to the winning students, and thank you to the Naval Order of the United States Pacific Northwest Commandery, the National Maritime Historical Society, and the Puget Sound Naval Museum for sponsoring these awards. What was originally supposed to be 2 awards in Chinese or Chinese American history has become its own whole category this year due to the extreme generosity of award sponsor Irene Suhu. The Chinese or Chinese American History Award Junior Division, sponsored by Irene Suhu. This award acknowledges an outstanding Junior Division entry in Chinese or Chinese American history. Our Junior Division winner from Meeker Middle School, Lily Hall, Jennifer Garcia, and Jordan Law, who will win $50 each for a total of $150 for their project, Yikwo Laundry, teacher John Buckinger. Mrs. Suhu would also like to award 2 Chinese History Merit Awards of $50 each to student Ethan Gu, The Lull Before the Storm, How the Tiananmen Square Massacre Paved the Way for Democracy in China, West Valley Junior High teacher Bradley Liebrecht, and to David Liu, Nixon's Visit to China, Diplomacy that Revolutionized the Cold War, from North Shore Middle School teacher Alan Plummer. In the senior division, our Chinese or Chinese American History Award winner from Prosser High School is Winnie Chen, who will win a prize of $100 for her entry, Chinese Exclusion Act, The Barrier That Many Struggled to Overcome, teacher Kyla Salyers-Smith. And Mrs. Suhu would also like to award a Chinese History Merit Award of $50 to Erica Wynn, Breaking Barriers, Tiananmen Square Protests of 1989, Lake Washington High School, teachers Michael Dawson and Jill Berge. Congratulations to the winning students, and thank you to Mrs. Suhu for sponsoring these awards. We have 7 awards sponsored by the Colonial Dames this year. 3 are in women's history. These awards acknowledge 2 outstanding entries in women's history with prizes of $100. The Frances Anderson Backus Award goes to, from Leota Middle School, Alan Juan, Wangari Maathai, The Barrier She Broke for a Greener and More Just World, teacher John Moore. The Dr. Carol Coe Award goes to, from Explorer Middle School, Brandy Heyer and Claire Smith, Second Wave Feminism, teacher Mary Fitzmaurice. And the Janet Barker Futh Memorial Award goes to, from Tyee Middle School, Jennifer Hahn and Ellie Pham, Emmeline Pankhurst, Fighting for Equality, teacher Emily Elsie. We have 2 Junior Division Awards sponsored by the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America in the state of Washington. These awards acknowledge 2 outstanding Junior Division entries on any topic with prizes of $100. The Laura B. Gowan Award goes to, from Evergreen Middle School, Annika Ranganathan, for her entry Fighting for Home, teachers Susan Jackson and Nicole Kessler. And the William James Bain Jr. Memorial Award goes to, from Evergreen Middle School, Monette Goal, Digital Moonshot, The Apollo Guidance Computer's Role in the Digital Revolution, teachers Susan Jackson and Nicole Kessler. Our Senior Division Awards, sponsored by the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America in the state of Washington. These awards acknowledge 2 outstanding Senior Division entries on any topic with prizes of $100. The Representative Ruth Kagi Award goes to, from Mount Spokane High School, Sophia Hassami, Viktor Frankl, Breaking Mental Barriers, teacher Luke Thomas. And the Senator Mark Mullet Award goes to, from International Community School, Mahir Mishra and Amy Shrivastava. Entry titled Reaching for the Stars, Cecilia Payne Gaposchkin's Struggle to Break Social and Scientific Barriers, teacher Alexandra Fraley. Congratulations to the winning students, and thank you to the Colonial Dames for sponsoring these awards. We also have several awards for projects on state and local history. The E. Clampus Vetus Awards, sponsored by the E. Clampus Vetus Local Chapter 5440, these awards acknowledge 2 outstanding entries in local history with prizes of $100. In the junior division, from Open Window School, Annika Sue and Jachin Lee, The Spokane Free Speech Fight, Freedom of Speech and Workers' Rights, teacher Daniel Galata. And in the senior division, from International Community School, Kyler Baumel, Rafael Calantes, Zach Dom, Yash Srivastava, and Tobin Sudo. The Creation of the Pike Place Market, Shattering Seattle's Social and Economic Barriers, teacher Alexandra Fraley. the Preservation of Archaeological and Historic Properties in Washington State Award, sponsored by the Department of Archaeology and Historic Preservation, the ASUW Shell House Organization, and the Washington Trust for Historic Preservation. This award acknowledges an outstanding entry concerning the preservation of cultural resources in Washington State with a prize of a tour of the University of Washington Shell House and Stimson Green Mansion in Seattle, a one-year student membership to the Washington Trust for Historic Preservation, and the opportunity to publish a brief article about your History Day project in This Place magazine. This year's winner from Cascade Middle School, Julius Kosisek, for his project on Ozette, teacher Whitney Hinman. The Washington State Archives Regional Local History Awards, sponsored by the Washington State Archives. These awards acknowledge 2 outstanding entries for the use of regional and/or local archives with prizes of $100. In the junior division, our winner from Vancouver iTech Preparatory, Caitlin Medina and Andrew Hedgewald. Seattle's Hooverville, Where Nothing Created Something, teacher John Zingali. And in the senior division from Inglemoor High School, Haley Van Meurs, Liana Moldavanu, and Isabella Gerard, The Fight Against Segregated Seattle, How the Seattle Open Housing Campaign Broke Barriers of Inequality, teachers Alan Plummer and Corey Martin. And the Washington State History Awards, sponsored by the Washington State Historical Society. These awards acknowledge 2 outstanding entries in Washington State history with prizes of $200 in the junior division and $300 in the senior division. Our junior division winner from Vancouver iTech Preparatory, Caitlin Medina and Andrew Hedgewald. Seattle's Hooverville, Where Nothing Created Something, teacher John Zingali. And in the senior division, from North Central High School, Jacob Gannon, Ivy Pete, and Alexis Shalek, Freeing the Elwha, Setting the Standards for Breaking the Nation's River Barriers, teacher Paula Corris. And finally, the Washington State Teen Historian Award, sponsored by the Washington State Historical Society. This award acknowledges an outstanding senior division competitor with a cash prize of $500 and a summer residency with the Washington State Historical Society, during which the student will adapt elements of their History Day project for use by the Washington State History Museum. This year's winner from North Central High School is Jacob Gannon, Freeing the Elwha, Setting the Standards for Breaking the Nation's River Barriers, teacher Paula Corris. Congratulations to the winning students. And thank you to eClampus Vetus Chapter 5440, the Washington Department of Archaeology and Historic Preservation, Washington State Archives, and the Washington State Historical Society for sponsoring these awards. Let's move on to the category awards. And don't forget to stick around after the category awards to hear our winners for Outstanding School. All student competitors will receive evaluation forms with feedback from contest judges. We will do our best to get those evaluation forms out to teachers over the next week or so. Nationals qualifiers will also receive a medal. I will read the names of all finalists, but only first and second place entries qualify to compete in the national contest. Nationals qualifiers and their teachers will receive an email from the registration system ZFairs on Monday, May 4th with instructions and a link to register for the national contest. If your entry qualifies for the national contest and you do not wish to compete, please contact me as soon as possible so that an alternate entry may be sent in your place. Washington State is fortunate that we have a lot of brilliant projects from talented students, but the nature of a competition is that we have to select an extremely small few of you to advance to nationals. We have such a competitive program here that there are entries that didn't even make it to the finals round that we would have been proud to have represent Washington at the national contest. You have all achieved something really special for having made it this far. Let's have one more round of applause for all of our state contest student competitors. Okay, here we go. Junior individual websites. In 8th place, from North Shore Middle School, Clara Zhang, The Start of a Revolution in Astrophysics, Cecilia Payne and Her Groundbreaking Discoveries, teacher Alan Plummer. In 7th place, from West Valley Junior High, Katie Murdoch, Wilma Rudolph, Breaking Olympic Barriers, teacher Bradley Liebrecht. In 6th place, from North Shore Middle School, Monica DePaula, The Rise of the Smallpox Vaccine, teacher Alan Plummer. In 5th place, from Tyee Middle School, Olivia He, Anesthesia, Broken Barriers of Pain, teacher Emily Elsie. In 4th place, from Explorer Middle School, Caitlin Kalawa, Wilma Rudolph, Breaking the Tape, teacher Mary Fitzmaurice. In third place, from Taiyi Middle School, Alansha Zhang, The Repeal of the Chinese Exclusion Acts, teacher Emily Elsie. In second place, advancing to the national contest, from Leota Middle School, Tanya Bhandari, Breaking Barriers to Discover Who We Are, The Human Genome Project, teacher John Moore. In first place, also advancing to the national contest, from Pleasant Valley Middle School, Gabriel Vu, Agent Orange, teacher Irene Suhu. Congratulations to the best junior individual websites in Washington State. Junior group websites. In 8th place, from Timbercrest Middle School, Sophia Cam and Audrey Tudor, Loving v. Virginia, How One Couple Changed the Meaning of Love, teacher Kim Matthews. In 7th place, from Canyon Park Middle School, Ella Hall and Saisha Lakoju, Breaking the Barrier of Segregation, the Montgomery Bus Boycott, teacher Craig Tupper. In 6th place, from Taiyi Middle School, Casey Lowe and Amy Dew, Standard Oil, How the Downfall of an Oil Tyrant Shaped the World of Business, teacher Emily Elsie. In 5th place, from Frontier Middle School, Madison Piper, Kenzie Lujan, Michaela Lemon, and McKenna Holder, Bayard Rustin, teacher Tracy Ruprecht. In 4th place, from Explorer Middle School, Brandy Hare and Claire Smith, Second Wave Feminism, teacher Mary Fitzmaurice. In 3rd place, from Explorer Middle School, Margaret Moon and Esther Yoon, Amelia Earhart, Aviation Pioneer, teacher Mary Fitzmaurice. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from West Valley Junior High, Kevin Thomas and Josiah Waters, The Transcontinental Railroad, the revolutionary railway that breached the barrier to the West and created opportunities for the American people, teacher Bradley Liebrecht. In 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Explorer Middle School, Sarah Ramzan and Sarah Yoon, A Radioactive Revolution, Marie Curie's Legacy, teacher Mary Fitzmaurice. Congratulations to the best junior group websites in Washington State. Senior individual websites. In 6th place, from Lake Washington High School, Erica Huynh, Breaking Barriers, Tiananmen Square Protests of 1989, teachers Michael Dawson and Jill Berge. In 5th place, from the Delta High School, Caitlin Tran, Little Rock 9, The Road to Desegregation, teacher David Blacketer. In 4th place, from North Creek High School, Mathangi Sriram, Bertha Landis, Breaking Gender Barriers in Politics, teacher Rhonda McGee. In 3rd place, from Prosser High School, Winnie Chen, Chinese Exclusion Act, the barrier that many struggled to overcome, teacher Kyla Sawyer-Smith. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from the Delta High School, Diana Manzanes, the U-2 spy plane incident, Breaking Through the Iron Curtain, teacher David Blacketer. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Prairie High School, Reagan Lund, 442nd Regimental Combat Team, Breaking Barriers, teacher Irene Suhu. Congratulations to the best senior individual websites in Washington State. Senior group websites. In 6th place, from Kennedy Catholic High School, Colin Bale and Peter Hollabaugh, The Magic Bullet, The Discovery of Penicillin, teacher John Wright. In 5th place, from International Community School, Owen Apfel, Maxim Zakarayev, Ignacy Masuda, and Jenny Payan, Operation Chastis, Breaking Barriers in Bombing Technology and Aeronautical Engineering, teacher Alexandra Fraley. In 4th place, from Lake Washington High School, Allison Lincombe, Andra Altine, Eliza Bakai, and Mariana Schumann, Joan of Arc is Kind of on Fire, teachers Michael Dawson and Jill Berge. In 3rd place, from International Community School, Mihir Mishra and Amy Shrivastava, Reaching for the Stars, Cecilia Payne-Gaposchkin's Struggle to Break Social and Scientific Barriers, teacher Alexandra Fraley. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from the Delta High School, McKenna Tyndall and Ashley Sell, Corporate Interest versus Public Health, the Pure Food and Drug Act, teacher David Blacketer. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Bothell High School, Alex Dimov and Samarth Venkatesh, Breaking Barriers, Construction Commerce, Breaking Japan's Barrier of Isolation, teacher Dory Whooper. Congratulations to the best senior group websites in Washington State. Junior historical paper. In 8th place, from West Valley Junior High, Lucy Sawyer, The Stonewall Riots, teacher Bradley Liebrecht. In 7th place, from Charles Wright Academy, Nawal Ahmad, Tunisia's Arab Spring, Breaking Barriers in the Middle East, teacher Susan Sparrow. In 6th place, from Cascade Middle School, Mia Furtick, Eleanor Roosevelt, Breaking the Political Barrier, teacher Whitney Hindman. In 5th place, from Leota Middle School, Alan Juan, Wangari Maathai, The Barriers She Broke for a Greener and More Just World, teacher John Moore. In 4th place, from Timbercrest Middle School, Matthew Ung, Breaking the Enigma, Winning the War, teacher Kim Matthews. In 3rd place, from Liberty Bell Junior Senior High School, Likey Albright, To the Ends of the Earth, Roald Amundsen, Breaking Barriers in Polar Exploration, teacher David Asvolm. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Redmond Middle School, Annabella Lee, Toward a Greater Racial Equality, Brown v. Board, The Civil Rights Movement, and the Barrier of Segregation, teacher Grace Ann Reed. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from North Shore Middle School, Annie Song, Surrealism, Capturing the Absurd, Inspired by Dreams, teacher Alan Plummer. Congratulations to the best junior papers in Washington State. Senior Division Historical Papers. In 6th place, from Kent Mountain View Academy, Jacques Jorgensen, Einstein's Theories of Relativity, The Breaking of Barriers with Logical Philosophy, teacher Joshua Murphy. In 5th place, from Tesla STEM High School, Claire Cho, World War I, Breaking and Remaking Barriers to War, teacher Andrew Ivy. In 4th place, from Homeschool, Jeffrey Chen, Deregulation and the 2008 Financial Crisis, How Deregulation Broke Financial Regulatory Barriers and Nearly Destroyed the U.S. Economy, teacher Jamie Pannone. In 3rd place, from Meade Senior High School, Jillian Holbrook, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Raising Barriers in Gender, teacher Christy Holbrook. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Mount Spokane High School, Lindsay Scarlett, The Interstate Highway System, Connecting a Country with Consequences, teacher Luke Thomas. In 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from North Creek High School, Andrew Daw, The Limping Lady, Breaking Down Barriers, Climbing Towards Freedom, teacher Alan Plummer. Congratulations to the best senior papers in Washington State. Junior Division Individual Performances. In 6th place, from North Shore Middle School, Nina Pizzuto, One Chocolate Bar, One Man, One World Changed, Milton Hershey, teacher Corey Martin. In 5th place, from Kent Mountain View Academy, Lane Cuxhausen, The Klondike Gold Rush, Breaking Barriers in the Exploration and Population of the Yukon Territories, teacher Joshua Murphy. In 4th place, from Timbercrest Middle School, Sarah Vanoy, Breaking Barriers, How John Muir Preserved Mariposa Grove and Yosemite Valley, teacher Kim Matthews. In 3rd place, from Cedar Heights Middle School, Nadine Larson, A New Sound, How the Electric Guitar Helped Create America as We Know It, teacher Teresa Messing. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Kingston Middle School, Alice Moe, Rachel Carson and the Fight Against DDT, teacher Mary Lou McCullough. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Pleasant Valley Middle School, Colton McCall, Breaking Barriers to Restore 1855 Treaty Fishing Rights, teacher Irene Suhu. Congratulations to the best junior individual performances in Washington State. Junior group performances. In 6th place, from Homelink, Celeste Packard, Cody 2, Breland McLean, and Lana Roy, teacher April Jean Thome, and their project Flat Earth Fear. In 5th place, from Anacortes Middle School, Mia Magaha, Kirsten Dotzauer, Lily Reeder, and Sophia Kuhnlein. Louis Braille, The Man Who Enabled the Blind to See, teacher Samuel Guzik. In 4th place, from John Sedgwick Middle School, Katie Wright and Kate Sherwood, Born to Fly, The Wright Brothers, teacher Lynn Olson. In 3rd place, from Timbercrest Middle School, Megumi Okamoto, Nor Khalidi, Anna Hampton, and Charlotte Kovacic, Lorraine Hansberry, Staging a Revolution, teacher Kim Matthews. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from North Shore Middle School, Catherine Bouvet, Natalia Connell, Aylin Dutt, and Emma Olinikova, Breaking Barriers, The Race to the South Pole, teacher Corey Martin. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Tyee Middle School, Derek Wynn, Novelli Shukla, Trey Byther, and Malia Chopra, Overcoming the Stigma of Disabilities, Sir Ludwig Gutmann and the Paralympics. Teacher Emily Elsie. Congratulations to the best junior division group performances in Washington State. Senior individual performances. In 5th place, from Prosser High School, Miles Gamble, James Baldwin, Broken Barriers by a Broken Person, teacher Kyla Salyers-Smith. In 4th place, from Kent Mountain View Academy, Ashley Gramman, I'm Me, How Katharine Hepburn Helped Break the Barriers Set for Women in the Mid-1900s, teacher Joshua Murphy. In 3rd place, from the Bear Creek School, Peyton Gergen, More Than a Whisper, The Grimke Sisters Push for Equality, teacher Mark Schult. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest. From Kent Mountain View Academy, Nevada Nelson, Just as Sane as I Am, Nellie Bly's Expose of Blackwell's Asylum, teacher Joshua Murphy. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest. From Prosser High School, Maritza Barragan Orozco, The Freedom Riders, Breaking Educational and Societal Barriers for a Better Future, teacher Kyla Salyers-Smith. Congratulations to the best senior individual performances in Washington State. Senior group performances. In 5th place, from the Delta High School, Maya Streeter, Zoe Slater, Brianna LaPlante, and Carla Neff, Bring Out Your Dead, I'm Not Dead Yet, teacher Liz Steiner. In 4th place, from International Community School, Nitya Adonki, Sriya Pradipati, and Lillian Toth, Elizabeth Blackwell, Breaking the Medical Barriers, teacher Alexandra Fraley. In 3rd place, from Prosser High School, Elizabeth Couch and Alexis DeGraff, Margaret Sanger, Breaking Barriers in Women's Reproductive Rights, teacher Kyla Salyers-Smith. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Kent Mountain View Academy, Bernice McKee, Beverly Lighthead, and Michaela Bachmeyer-Evans, The Extraordinary Life of Miss Ann Lister, teacher Joshua Murphy. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from International Community School, Xinyu Mi, Fredo Guan, and Anna Rowell, The Stonewall Riots, How Bricks, Beer, and the Queers Became a Turning Point in LGBTQ+ History, teacher Alexandra Fraley. Congratulations to the best senior group performances in Washington State. Junior individual documentaries. In 5th place, from Kamayakan Middle School, Amish Patra, The History of the United Nations and Its Impacts on World Peace, teacher Marcy Martin. In 4th place, from Skyview Middle School, Vibhakshaya Satish Kumar, Barbara McClintock, Jumping Barriers with Jumping Jeans, teacher James Wilkowski. In 3rd place, from Brighton School, Catherine Holland, Tearing Down the Wall of Pain, teacher Matthew Harrow. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Leota Middle School, Dridi Manjunith, No Longer Awake During Surgery, How Anesthesia Broke Barriers in Medical Operations, teacher John Moore. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Rainier Middle School, Caitlin Maynor, Revolutionizing the Medical Field, The Heart-Lung Machine, teacher Robin Light. Congratulations to the best junior individual documentaries in Washington State. Junior group documentary. In 5th place, from Evergreen Middle School, Annie Lee, Pari Iyer, and Abigail Davidson, More Than Just a Little Black Dress, teachers Nicole Kessler and Susan Jackson. In 4th place, from Leota Middle School, Daniel Roberto and Declan Swan, The Journey Through the Death Zone, Climbing Mount Everest, teacher John Moore. In 3rd place, from Taiyi Middle School, Sophia Bai, Daniel Choi, Ava Chen, Antonia Kwan, and Ethan Schrader, Aristides de Souza Mendes, Defiance in the Name of Compassion, teacher Emily Elsie. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Kamayakan Middle School, Parth Parashar and Ashar Ahmad, The Search for the Smallpox Vaccine, Breaking the Barriers of Disease, teacher Marcy Martin. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Evergreen Middle School, Anushka Arun, Emily Stewart, Protecting the Unprotected, The Story of Margaret Sanger, teachers Nicole Kessler and Susan Jackson. Congratulations to the best junior group documentaries in Washington State. Senior individual documentary. In 6th place, from Prosser High School, Jonathan Springen, Lifting Bodies, Breaking the Mold for Spaceflight, teacher Kyla Salyers-Smith. In 5th place, from Mount Spokane High School, Sophia Hassami, Viktor Frankl, Breaking Mental Barriers, teacher Luke Thomas. In 4th place, from Prosser High School, Andres Ruvalcaba, Mendez v. Westminster, A Shining Light on School Desegregation and Mexican-American Rights, teacher Kyla Sawyer-Smith. In 3rd place, from the Delta High School, Abigail McDuff, Dr. Macy Jemison, Breaking Racial and Gender Barriers in Space, teacher David Blacketer. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Homeschool, Anat Dubinsky, Let My People Go, The Jews Behind the Iron Curtain. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from the Delta High School, Alexandria Pereira, Dr. Patricia Bath, Breaking Racial, Gender, Medical, and Economic Barriers, teacher David Blacketer. Congratulations to the best senior individual documentaries in Washington State. Senior Group Documentary. In 6th place, from Ballard High School, Frances Magnuson, Annabelle Falconer, Dory Buttleman, Americans in the Holocaust, How Individuals Played a Role in the Resistance, teacher Robin Dowdy. In 5th place, from International Community School, Kyler Baumel, Zach Dom, Rafael Calantis, Tobin Sudo, and Yash Srivastava. The Creation of Pike Place Market, Shattering Seattle's Social and Economic Barriers, teacher Alexandra Fraley. In 4th place, from South Kitsap High School, Jacob Raphael and Anne Kabakungan. Tokyo 1964 Olympics, The Flame That Fostered the Rebirth of Post-War Japan, teacher Tom O'Loughlin. In 3rd place, from Stevens Middle School, Maxine Waddell, Abby Sanders, and Talia Anderson. Barriers Never Broken, The Battle to Breach the Snake River Dams, teacher Stacy Sanders. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from International Community School, Anna Pazel, Tianhui Zhu, Sophia Rossi, Lauren Din, and Emily Slewinski. The Harada House, Breaking the Barrier of the 1913 Alien Land Law, teacher Alexandra Fraley. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Lake Washington High School, Andia Kaufman, Zoe Routh, and Cassandra Bull, To Everest and Beyond, The Life and Legacy of Junko Tabei. Congratulations to the best senior group documentaries in Washington State. Junior Individual Exhibit. In 6th place, from John Sedgwick Middle School, Sylvie Allen, Determined to Run, teacher Tiffany Wilhelm. In 5th place, from Leota Middle School, Yuvika Gupta, Breaking Through Earth's Barriers, The First American Woman in Space, Sally Ride, teacher John Moore. In 4th place, from Evergreen Middle School, Amanda Huang, Broken Then Secured, Finding Women Their Place in the Olympics, teachers Nicole Kessler and Susan Jackson. In 3rd place, from Tyee Middle School, Rebecca Byers, Nina Allender, suffrage cartoonist, teacher Emily Elsie. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Kingston Middle School, Riley Tom, How the Bolt Decision is Breaking Barriers, Then, Now, and in the Future, teacher Mary Lou McCullough. In 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Leota Middle School, Cooper Bricks, The Battle of Yorktown, Breaking the British Empire's Invincibility, teacher Kathleen Hartman. Congratulations to the best junior individual exhibits in Washington State. Junior Group Exhibit. In 6th place, from Pleasant Valley Middle School, Elijah Makita, Kevin Garcia, Braden Slamp, and Drew Martin. D-Day, The Beginning of the End of Nazi Germany, teacher Irene Suhu. In 5th place, from International Community School, Maximilian Kahns, Aditya Bashkara, Ethan Johnson, Roby Mata, and Ahil Haji. The First Televised War, How the Exposed Horrors of the Vietnam War Changed the Outcome and Attitudes of Wars to Come, teacher Alexandra Fraley. 4th place, from Cedar Heights Middle School, Jolyn Shaw and Alyssa Hong, Rejection Protection, Immunosuppressants and Organs, teacher Teresa Messing. In 3rd place, from Tyee Middle School, Sean Park and H&Q, The Movable Type, How it Acted as an Agent of Information in History and Enabled Access to Knowledge, teacher Emily Elsie. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Tyee Middle School, Dylan DeLeon, Caleb Lee, and Raymond Lee, Alan Turing, Thinking the Unthinkable, Solving the Unsolvable. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Tyee Middle School, Brandon Lowe and Colin Sarabosing, Taking a Stand for Those Who Couldn't, teacher Emily Elsie. Congratulations to the best junior group exhibits in Washington State. Senior individual exhibits. In 6th place, from the Delta High School, Lucas Ramos, Nuclear Energy, Changing History Forever, teacher Liz Steiner. In 5th place, from Kent Mountain View Academy, Amima Khan, The Dying Planet, teacher Joshua Murphy. In 4th place, from Kent Mountain View Academy, Janessa Hansen, Blind Fanaticism, teacher Joshua Murphy. In 3rd place, from Mount Spokane High School, Jordan Thomas, Frank Lloyd Wright, Architectural Defiance and Design Redefined, teacher Luke Thomas. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Eastlake High School, Ria Kalra, Desegregation Busing, Barriers Broken, teacher Timothy Rogers. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Homeschool, Olivia Briggs, Frida Kahlo, teacher Lorraine Briggs. Congratulations to the best senior individual exhibits in Washington State. Senior group exhibit. In 6th place, from the Delta High School, Elizabeth Krenitson and Viviana Magana. My True Place, Elizabeth Blackwell, Breaking Barriers in the Medical Field, teacher David Blacketer. In 5th place, from Snoqualmie Parent Partnership Program, Jed Probst and Ian Probst, The Braille Trail, teacher Jill Wendlick. In 4th place, from Vancouver iTech Preparatory, Jonah Campbell, Grant Myers, and Trevor Bozeman, The Impossible Puzzle, Breaking the Enigma and the Dawn of Machine Computation, teacher John Zingali. In 3rd place, from Vancouver iTech Preparatory, Abigail Anderson and Grace Wasser, Revolt, teacher John Zingali. In 2nd place, advancing to the national contest, from Kennedy Catholic High School, Maddie Schaefer, Julia Yee, and Colin Olson, The World Doesn't Revolve Around You, The Breakthrough of Heliocentrism, teacher John Wright. And in 1st place, also advancing to the national contest, from Inglemoor High School, Haley Van Meurs, Liana Moldavanu, and Isabella Gerard, The Fight Against Segregated Seattle, How the Seattle Open Housing Campaign Broke the Barriers of Inequality, teachers Corey Martin and Alan Plummer. Congratulations to the best senior group exhibits in Washington State. And finally, our 2020 Junior Division and Senior Division Outstanding Schools. The 2020 Junior Division Outstanding School is Tyee Middle School, coached to excellence by teacher Emily Elsie. And the 2020 Senior Division Outstanding School is the Delta High School, coached to excellence by teachers David Blacketer and Liz Steiner. Again, thank you to all the teachers who bring this program to life in your classrooms, the students who rise to the challenge, the families who support them, and the individuals and organizations who support this program in Washington State.